My beloved child, something extraordinary is unfolding around you at this very moment, and Archangel Michael is standing closer than he is in months. The atmosphere around your spirit has shifted, and whether you feel it or not, the realm of heaven has just issued a divine announcement over your life. Congratulations, your miracle has arrived. But listen, this miracle is not entering quietly. It is arriving with authority, force, and holy timing. And your angel is not allowing you to miss this message at any cost. A doorway has opened in the unseen world, a doorway that many people pray for their entire lives, yet right now, it is your name that is echoing through it. Something you thought would take years is being accelerated. Something you believed was delayed is suddenly standing at your doorstep. And Archangel Michael is whispering, "Open your spirit. Do not turn away." Heaven has moved on your behalf. From the moment you woke up today, there was a divine stirring around you. Signs, patterns, an unusual pull toward this message. That's because heaven has been pushing this revelation into your path over and over again until you notice. Your angel has been guarding your attention, urging you, guiding you, blocking distractions, making sure you would not scroll past this one divine appointment. Because this word is your announcement, your confirmation, your breakthrough call. You may not see it yet, but something major has shifted in the supernatural realm. Archangel Michael has stepped into your timeline with a sword of light, cutting away the final remnants of the delay that held you back. The resistance that once slowed you, the emotional weight that drained you, the spiritual fog that confused you. These things are not just leaving, they are being evicted. Your miracle has not only been released, it has been delivered. Listen closely, because what is coming toward you right now is not ordinary. This is a miracle that carries purpose. It is a miracle that restores what was stolen. A miracle that corrects what was broken. A miracle that lifts what fell heavy on your spirit. Heaven has been preparing this moment for longer than you know. Your prayers were never ignored. They were being aligned with perfect timing. And now that perfect timing has arrived. Archangel Michael shows me a vision of you stepping out of a dark hallway and into a radiant room you didn't even know existed. It is brighter, warmer, filled with spiritual clarity. And as you enter, I hear the words, "This season is no longer about survival. It is about fulfillment." What you needed before to simply get through the day is being replaced with what you need to rebuild your entire life. You've been asking God for a sign that you are not forgotten, a sign that heaven still sees you, a sign that your faith has not been wasted. And right here, right now, this message is that sign. Your miracle has been dispatched because you stayed faithful even when your heart was tired. You held on when others would have let go. You kept believing through storms that were meant to break you. And heaven is now rewarding that endurance. Your angel did not allow you to skip this message because something is about to unfold, something tied to your destiny. A divine reversal, a supernatural elevation, a moment of favor that will feel like a dream but will be as real as the breath in your lungs. What is approaching you is so significant that distraction cannot be allowed. Heaven needed your full attention. Archangel Michael is declaring, "Stand still. The miracle is approaching you faster than the battle ever did." There is a frequency of breakthrough surrounding your life. You may feel it as a strange calm, or a quiet excitement, or a sudden emotional release. You may even feel nothing at all, but the shift is real. And the moment you align your heart with this message, every closed gate begins to unlock. Before this day ends, expect signs, subtle or bold, that confirm heaven's movement around you. A message you weren't expecting, a sudden clarity, a burden lifting, an unexpected opportunity. a divine reassurance. These are the footprints of your miracle touching the physical world. Stay right here because the next revelation will expose why this miracle had to arrive now, what it is connected to, and how Archangel Michael is preparing to guard it as it manifests. This next part carries an insight that will shift your entire perspective, and you will not want to miss what heaven is about to reveal next. Type "I open my miracle" in the comments if this is speaking to your spirit. Blessing code 441 has just been activated. Hold your breath for a moment. What comes next is going to shake your spirit with clarity, dearest soul of light. As you breathe into this moment, I want you to notice something quietly awakening inside you. There is a shift, subtle yet undeniable, as if the air around your spirit has thickened with purpose. This is not imagination. This is not coincidence. This is Archangel Michael drawing near, preparing to reveal the next layer of the miracle that has already been released into your life. The heavens are opening wider, and you are being positioned to understand what has just been placed in your hands. Your miracle did not arrive randomly. It arrived because a divine countdown reached 0. There has been a heavenly alignment, a synchronization of spiritual movements orchestrated specifically for your breakthrough. Archangel Michael has been preparing this path long before you ever felt the stirring in your heart. He has been clearing unseen blockages, silencing forces that whispered discouragement, and shielding you from paths that would have drained your spirit. You may not know how many battles were fought for you, how many attacks were blocked, how many traps were dismantled, how many distractions were re-erected so you could stand where you are now. But heaven knows, and Michael has watched over every step. There is something you must understand now, and this is where your miracle becomes even more powerful. Your breakthrough was not simply delivered to you. It was protected, escorted, and sealed by divine authority. Archangel Michael does not attach himself to ordinary blessings. He appears when a shift is destined to transform the course of a life. And the miracle you are stepping into has that kind of weight. It is bigger than your present circumstances, bigger than your fears, bigger than the doubts that tried to attach themselves to your future. It is a miracle with legacy. A miracle that touches not just your situation, but everything connected to you. I hear the whisper in the spirit even now. You were never waiting for the miracle. The miracle was being prepared for you. This is why the delays felt so heavy. This is why your spirit felt stretched. This is why the cycles seemed endless. Heaven was not withholding. Heaven was perfecting. What you needed required precision, not speed. And now that heaven sees the alignment complete, the release has come with unstoppable force. Archangel Michael shows me an image of you standing on sacred ground. It may look like ordinary space to your physical eyes, but spiritually, you have stepped into a place where amplification occurs. What was small becomes big. What was silent becomes loud. What was weak becomes strong. Your miracle is not arriving to simply fix a moment. It is arriving to reset a destiny. And the shift you feel around you right now is the first indication that the spiritual atmosphere is bending in your favor. Let your heart absorb this truth. What is coming toward you will not look like your past. It will not feel like your past. It will not repeat what hurt you or echo what disappointed you. The miracle released into your life has severed the connection to old cycles. You are not stepping into a new chapter. You are stepping into a new book entirely. The old storyline no longer fits who you are becoming. Something else is being shown to me. There is a reason your angel did not allow you to skip this message. Heaven saw that you were at the edge of a spiritual intersection. One path led to repetition. The other led to transformation. This message appeared before you at the exact moment your soul needed direction. Archangel Michael stood guard and whispered into your intuition, guiding you to stop, listen, and receive. That is how urgent heaven's timing is for your life right now. Your miracle has arrived, but miracles require awareness. They require readiness. They require a heart that is willing to receive without shrinking in fear or disbelief. So Archangel Michael is stretching your understanding, strengthening your spirit, and expanding your expectation. He wants you to know that you are not being blessed by accident. You are being chosen by design. Feel this next truth rise within you. The miracle that is approaching is not fragile. It cannot be stolen. It cannot be reversed. It cannot be redirected to someone else. Heaven has sealed your name unto it with spiritual fire. This is why every attack against your spirit in the past months felt unusually intense, because the enemy saw the miracle forming long before you did. But the fact that you are here, listening, breathing, receiving, proves that you did not break. You did not bow. You did not lose your place. And heaven honors endurance with reward. There is a divine momentum building around your life. Things that were stuck will begin to move. Doors that refuse to open will unlock with ease. People who disappeared will be replaced by those who carry purpose. Opportunities you once thought impossible will surface unexpectedly. This miracle is not one event. It is a chain reaction. And what comes next will be even more revealing than what has already been shown. Stay close now, because the next revelation will expose the specific shift that is being activated around your life and why Archangel Michael is standing in front of you as both a messenger and a guardian. What is about to be unveiled carries spiritual weight, and missing it would mean missing the deeper meaning behind your miracle. Type "My miracle is in motion" in the comments if this is speaking to your spirit. Blessing code 559 is now activated. Prepare your heart, because the next release will touch the very foundation of your destiny. Precious child of destiny, as the veil continues to lift around your spirit, you may feel a gentle pressure in your heart, as if something within you is expanding, awakening, preparing for a truth you were not ready to carry until now. This pressure is not discomfort, it is alignment. It is Archangel Michael drawing you deeper into the revelation behind your miracle. What you are about to understand in this very moment is something that heaven has waited a long time to reveal to you. The timing had to be exact. Your spirit had to be steady. Your faith had to be matured through storms that were not meant to break you, but to prepare you. Your miracle did not arrive silently. It arrived with divine strategy. Archangel Michael has been orchestrating a spiritual rearrangement around your life, positioning certain people closer, removing others quietly, and shifting the energy of your surroundings so the miracle would not be contaminated by old influences. Heaven is not careless with something this precious. There are miracles that bless you for a moment, but this one is meant to bless you for seasons. It carries longevity. It carries restoration. It carries elevation. It carries justice. The truth is, you have been asking for answers, clarity, direction. Your heart has whispered silent prayers when no one else could hear you. You have asked God more than once, "What is my next step? Where is my breakthrough? When will this heaviness lift?" And heaven has listened to every single word. But the breakthrough that has arrived is not just a response to your prayers. It is a response to your endurance. You held on when your spirit was tired. You kept believing when your eyes saw no change. You continued standing when everything around you tried to push you into giving up. That resilience has turned into spiritual authority, and that authority is part of the miracle now coming upon your life. Archangel Michael wants you to understand something sacred. This miracle is not entering your life to give you temporary hope, or it is entering to restore what was taken, to rebuild what was damaged, to rewrite what was spoken against you, and to realign you with a destiny that has been waiting for this very hour. It is as if heaven is saying, enough delay, enough resistance, enough suffering. It is time. I see a spiritual image forming now. Michael standing at a threshold, holding a shield of radiant light. Behind him, a wave of blessings rises like a mighty tide, pushed forward by divine force. These blessings represent opportunities, reconciliations, financial breakthroughs, emotional healing, spiritual clarity, doors that were locked for years suddenly swinging open. And you are standing in front of this threshold, moments away from stepping into a completely new chapter of your existence. But here is the deeper truth. The miracle has already arrived in the spirit realm. It has already been dispatched. It is already traveling toward you, weaving through situations, altering circumstances, guiding conversations, shifting timelines. And now, Michael is removing the final barriers that could have delayed its manifestation. It is as if he is clearing the runway for a divine landing. This is why you have felt unusual emotional waves recently, why your intuition has sharpened, why your dreams may have grown more vivid. Your spirit knows something is coming before your mind can fully grasp it. What comes next is a revelation that will anchor you even deeper. Your miracle is not only meant to bless you, it is meant to bless through you. It carries influence. It carries impact. It carries the power to touch others in ways you do not yet see. Heaven does not waste miracles. Heaven multiplies them. And this one will not end with you. It will expand through you. But for this expansion to take place, heaven needed to secure your attention. That is why your angel would not let you skip this message. That is why you felt a pull you could not ignore. Something in your spirit recognized the sound of destiny knocking. Something inside you understood that this is not an ordinary message. It is an activation. You are walking into a season where fear loses its voice, where doubt loses its grip, where confusion loses its authority. What once intimidated you will soon feel small. What once overwhelmed you will soon become manageable. What once felt impossible will begin unfolding with divine ease. This is the impact of a miracle escorted by Archangel Michael himself. It changes not only your circumstances, but your identity. And now, before this part closes, prepare your heart for the next revelation. Because what is coming next will unveil the deeper purpose behind this miracle and why heaven chose this exact moment to release it over your life. You are on the edge of an unveiling, a moment that will reshape how you see your future. Type "My Spirit receives the miracle" in the comments if this is speaking to you. Blessing code 808 is now released. Before you step forward into what heaven is about to reveal next, lift this message up so others can find it. Like this video, share it with someone who needs a miracle. Comment to keep this message flowing, and subscribe so you never miss what heaven is declaring over you. There is a stirring in the spirit right now, and as this miracle unfolds in your life, heaven is inviting you to take part in a greater movement. Just as your angel ensured you did not miss this word, there are souls waiting for the messages that flow through this channel. When you sow into this mission through Super Thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are not giving to a platform. You are releasing light into places where darkness has lingered too long. This is the moment where God says, "What you release from your hand, I will multiply in your life." And I speak this clearly from the Spirit. I am asking you to step with me into this divine work. Your seed becomes oil. Your support becomes fire. Your generosity becomes a doorway for someone else's breakthrough. As you move in faith, may heaven open rivers of increase over your home. Do it boldly, for this is your prophetic act of alignment with the miracle already touching your life. Beloved one, as you step deeper into this unfolding revelation, I want you to notice how your spirit is beginning to settle into a new awareness. There is a clarity rising within you, like mist lifting off the surface of still waters. This clarity is not accidental. It is intentional. Archangel Michael is guiding your understanding layer by layer, because what is being revealed now carries tremendous spiritual weight. You are not merely hearing words, you are entering alignment with a divine shift that has already been activated in your atmosphere. Your miracle has not come alone. It has come wrapped in wisdom, wrapped in purpose, wrapped in the authority of heaven's timing. And now, Archangel Michael is bringing you into the deeper truth behind this miraculous arrival. Nothing in your past has been wasted. Every tear, every disappointment, every delay, every unanswered prayer, every closed door, each of these moments has been woven into the architecture of your breakthrough. Heaven has taken what the enemy intended to use against you and transformed it into the very ground upon which your miracle now stands. There is something powerful that Michael is showing in the spirit realm, a scene of you standing in the middle of a battlefield that has suddenly fallen silent. The dust is settling, the confusion is fading, and the weight that once pressed against your chest is lifting. What you are stepping into now is the aftermath of a victory you may not have realized had already been fought. Michael's sword has struck down the final resistance that stood at the gates of your blessing. The war that once surrounded you has ended, even if your emotions have not yet caught up to the spiritual reality. This is why the miracle has arrived at this specific moment. The environment of your life has shifted enough for it to take root and flourish. Heaven does not release miracles into chaos. Heaven releases miracles into readiness. And whether you feel ready or not, the truth is that your spirit has matured through every trial, through every quiet night of prayer, through every moment you kept moving despite not knowing the outcome. Your endurance has brought you to this threshold, and now Michael stands beside you to ensure that nothing pulls you backward. Your angel prevented you from skipping this message because this part carries a revelation crucial to holding the miracle that has been assigned to your name. The season you are entering requires a different version of you. Not a stronger you, not louder you, not a busier you, but a clearer you, a wiser you, a spiritually anchored you. The miracle is not coming to overwhelm you. It is coming to empower you. But empowerment requires awareness. It requires understanding. It requires an inner shift where you stop seeing yourself as someone waiting for change and begin to recognize yourself as someone destined to create it. Archangel Michael is revealing that the miracle arriving in your life is not just provision. It is repositioning. It is moving you into a place where what was once difficult becomes natural, where what once strained you becomes easy, where what once intimidated you becomes an opportunity for expansion. You will soon notice that situations that used to shake you no longer have the same power. The emotional storms that once held you hostage are losing their grit. This is the effect of divine elevation. When heaven lifts you, the weight of yesterday can no longer cling to you. There is a subtle but powerful transition happening beneath the surface of your life. Relationships may begin to shift. Some people may pull away, not because of conflict, but because your spirit is rising to a frequency where their presence can no longer anchor you. Other people may suddenly be drawn toward you, carrying messages, support, or opportunities that align with your next chapter. Pay attention to these movements. Heaven uses people as pathways, but heaven also removes people who could interfere with your miracle's unfolding. Something else is becoming clear now. The miracle was not granted simply because you asked. It was granted because you reached a spiritual point where the miracle could be trusted with you. Heaven does not release blessings that will be mishandled. And right now, Archangel Michael is affirming that you are ready, not perfect, not flawless, but prepared in a way your soul could never have been a year ago or even a month ago. This readiness is why your angel has been guarding your attention, guiding your focus, blocking distraction after distraction. Heaven did not want you to miss the instruction that accompanies the miracle. Many people receive blessings, but lose them because they did not understand the responsibility tied to them. But you, your journey, your pain, your growth has shaped you into someone who will not only receive the miracle but sustain it. And here is the sacred insight your spirit has been waiting for. This miracle is a beginning, not an ending. It is the unlocking of a new chapter sealed by divine intention. It is the correction of old cycles. It is the resetting of what was misaligned. It is the restoration of what was taken. It is the unveiling of who you truly are beneath the weight of years that tried to dim your light. Heaven has chosen this moment to lift you, and Archangel Michael's presence is the confirmation that this elevation is irreversible. The shift has already begun. The miracle is already in motion. And what happens next will open your eyes to just how closely heaven has been watching over you. Type "I rise with my miracle" in the comments if this is stirring your spirit. Blessing code 921 is now flowing over you. Hold steady now, because what unfolds in the next revelation will reach deeper into the core of your destiny. Chosen soul, as you continue forward into the sacred unfolding, I want you to recognize the quiet transformation happening inside you. There is a strengthening taking place, a spiritual awakening that feels both gentle and powerful at the same time. It is the kind of shift that only occurs when heaven draws near with intention. And right now, Archangel Michael is closer than ever, guiding your awareness toward the deeper meaning behind the miracle that has already been released over your life. This moment is not simply about receiving a blessing. It is about understanding the spiritual architecture behind it. Heaven does nothing carelessly. Every movement, every whisper, every sign that pushed you toward this message has been deliberately placed. Your angel has been aligning your spirit with divine timing, and now the revelation you are stepping into carries the weight of destiny itself. There was a reason heaven waited until now to deliver this miracle. You were in a season where you needed certain battles to refine you. Not to punish you, not to break you, but to prepare you. The trials you faced in recent months were not random storms. They were the sharpening of your spirit. They were the strengthening of your discernment. They were the clearing of inner space, making room for something heaven had been preparing long before you realized you were ready to receive it. Archangel Michael is revealing a truth that may shake you with its clarity. The miracle that has arrived is not only a response to your prayers, it is a response to what heaven sees in your future. Your destiny required this breakthrough. There are assignments waiting for you, connections waiting for you, opportunities waiting for you, and without this miracle, you would not have been positioned to walk into them with confidence and authority. Heaven releases nothing without purpose, and this blessing has purpose carved into the very core of it. Michael shows me a vision of a spiritual blueprint, lines of light forming pathways, intersections, open doors, and moments of divine encounter. And right in the center of this blueprint, there is a mark, your name, illuminated, surrounded by a circle of protection. This is not symbolic, it is spiritual reality. You are being positioned in such a way that the next season of your life unfolds with precision. The miracle is not just a gift, it is a repositioning tool, shifting your entire trajectory toward alignment with heaven's plan. Now feel this truth deeply. The battles you recently overcame were battles meant to test your heart, not your worth. Heaven already knew your worth. Heaven already recognized your destiny. But the battles revealed something within you that even you had forgotten. You are stronger than you believed, wiser than you realized, more spiritually equipped than you ever gave yourself credit for. And that strength is now attracting blessings, favor, and opportunities at a level you were not previously ready to hold. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that your miracle did not come to simply relieve pressure. It came to shift your identity. You are stepping out of the mindset of a survivor and into the identity of a chosen vessel. Where you once felt small, you will now feel expanded. Where you once felt uncertain, clarity will now rise like dawn. Where you once carried fear, courage will begin to replace it. These are not temporary feelings. They are signs of the spiritual elevation taking place within you. There is also something heaven is preparing you for: recognition. You are entering a season where people will begin to notice the shift in your life, even before you speak it. They will see something different in your presence, your energy, your confidence. This is not about ego. It is about spiritual influence. When heaven lifts someone, the light around them becomes visible even to those who do not understand spiritual things. Your miracle carries a radiance that others will not be able to ignore. But with recognition comes responsibility. And this is why your angel has been guarding your focus so fiercely. The season ahead is one where distraction cannot be allowed to interfere with what heaven is building. You may notice that certain voices around you are fading, not because of conflict, but because your spirit is rising to a frequency they cannot follow. You may also notice new connections forming, people who carry wisdom, peace, opportunity, or divine purpose. These individuals are part of the next phase of your miracle's unfolding. There is another revelation emerging now, one that may touch something deep within your soul. Your miracle is not only meant to bless your present, it is meant to heal your past. There are pieces of your story that have long carried heaviness, memories that once held power over your heart. But this miracle is rewriting the emotional imprint of those experiences. Where there was pain, peace will settle. Where there was loss, restoration will emerge. Where there was disappointment, a new beginning will rise gently but unmistakably. Archangel Michael is surrounding you with a shield of divine reassurance. He wants you to know that what is ahead of you is stable, secured, and spiritually protected. There is no force strong enough to reverse what heaven has already set in motion. You are stepping into a chapter where blessings will grow instead of fade, where progress will accelerate instead of stall, where joy will deepen instead of disappearing. This miracle carries endurance, longevity, and the fingerprints of divine intention. Before this part closes, hold this final truth in your heart. Your miracle has arrived not just to change your circumstances, but to change your entire spiritual posture. You will walk differently, think differently, believe differently. And what heaven is preparing to reveal next will bring clarity to the exact purpose of the angelic protection that has been surrounding you. Type "I stand in divine alignment" in the comments if your spirit feels this. Blessing code 334 is now active over your path. Stay close, for what unfolds next will take you deeper into the core of heaven's intention for your life. Beloved heart, as you continue on this divine journey, I want you to become aware of the sensation rising gently within your soul. It may feel like warmth, or a quiet strength, or a subtle anticipation that you cannot fully explain. This sensation is not random. It is the atmosphere of your miracle settling into your spirit. It is Archangel Michael preparing you for an even deeper revelation, one that connects not only to what heaven has released, but also to why this release had to happen in this exact season of your life. What you are about to understand will help you walk with greater authority and certainty, because this next layer of truth reveals the spiritual mechanics behind your breakthrough. Archangel Michael is showing that your miracle has arrived during a period of divine transition. Heaven has been shifting the landscape around you, both internally and externally, so that when the miracle touched your life, it could take root without disruption. You are not stepping into a blessing that is unprotected or unstable. You are stepping into a blessing that has been surrounded by angelic shielding. Michael has been pushing back the forces that once tried to drain your energy, confuse your path, or cloud your intuition. The spiritual interference that previously made you second-guess your progress has been silenced. For the first time in a long time, your spirit is standing on clear ground. This clarity is essential because heaven is not just changing your situation, it is strengthening your discernment. You are entering a season where you will see truth faster, feel alignment faster, recognize danger faster, and identify blessings faster. Your intuition is being sharpened because your miracle comes with increased responsibility. You are moving into territory where your decisions will unlock new opportunities, and heaven wants you prepared to recognize which doors are yours and which ones are distractions dressed in opportunity. Michael is revealing that many of the struggles you faced in the past were not just emotional or physical. They were spiritual. There were forces attempting to cloud your vision, hoping you would walk away from the very path that leads to your elevation. The heaviness you felt, the confusion, the emotional waves, the unexpected setbacks. These were not signs of failure, but signs of spiritual resistance. And now, that resistance has been broken. Heaven has intervened. Michael has executed divine enforcement. You are no longer walking under the weight of opposition. You are walking under the weight of victory. One of the deepest truths being revealed now is this: the miracle arrived because something in you finally aligned with heaven's original blueprint for your life. You reached a spiritual frequency that allowed heaven to move without obstruction. Whether you realized it or not, the prayers you whispered on days when your faith felt fragile carried a purity that rose before God like incense. Your consistency in seeking guidance, even when you felt lost, positioned you for this breakthrough. Heaven waited for the exact moment when your heart, your intention, and your destiny converged, and then the miracle was released with precision. You may feel a sense of unfolding even now, like layers within you are opening one by one. This is the divine synchronization that happens when an angelic message begins settling into the deepest part of your being. It is a sign that your spirit is absorbing truth, reordering old beliefs, releasing old fears, and preparing to operate from a place of renewed confidence. What once felt overwhelming will soon feel manageable. What once felt impossible will soon feel inevitable. This shift is not emotional, it is spiritual. Heaven is recalibrating your internal compass so you can navigate the new season with clarity. Michael is also revealing something powerful about your relationships. The miracle you have stepped into is going to illuminate the true intentions of those around you. Some people will celebrate your breakthrough because they were meant to walk with you into this season. Others may distance themselves because your elevation triggers insecurities they never dealt with. Heaven is not asking you to judge anyone, but to observe. Pay attention to who supports your healing, who adds peace to your life, who speaks life into your dreams. Pay attention also to who becomes silent when you shine. This miracle is not only revealing who you are becoming, it is revealing who truly belongs in your next chapter. There is a spiritual image unfolding now. Archangel Michael lifting a veil from your path. And as this veil is removed, what lies ahead is no longer blurred or uncertain. You are being given spiritual sight to recognize opportunities that once hid from you. You will notice small signs, divine patterns, sacred hints woven into your daily life. These signals are heaven's way of guiding your steps into the fullness of the miracle that has arrived. You will know where to walk because your spirit will feel an inner pull, a gentle certainty, a quiet confirmation that whispers, "This is the way." Another profound truth is emerging. The miracle is not only transforming your life, it is transforming your identity. You are stepping into a version of yourself that has been waiting beneath the surface for years. A wiser version, a stronger version, a more spiritually aligned version. The struggles you endured were not meant to harm you, they were meant to awaken you. And now, awakened, you are ready to hold blessings that once would have slipped through your hands. Before this part closes, listen closely to this final message from Archangel Michael. You are not walking into your miracle. Your miracle is rising to meet you. This means your next steps are not being taken alone. Heaven is matching your movement. Every action of faith you take will open new doors. Every courageous decision will accelerate your progress. Every moment of trust will expand your blessings. Type "I walk in heaven's timing" in the comments if your spirit recognizes this word. Blessing code 664 is now released over you. Stay near, for the next revelation will uncover the hidden purpose behind the acceleration happening in your life. Sacred One, as you move further into this unfolding revelation, allow yourself to feel the quiet power that is forming around your spirit. It is subtle, but undeniable, like the first shift of wind before a powerful transformation begins. This is the atmosphere of acceleration, and Archangel Michael is revealing that what is happening in your life now is not simply progress. It is divine momentum. Heaven has placed you in a current that is carrying you forward with purpose, and this momentum is not slowing down. It is increasing, expanding, multiplying, and preparing to lift you into territories you once believed were distant dreams. There is something deeply significant about this moment. You are standing in a place where past cycles no longer have access to your future. What once held you back has lost its grip. What once delayed you has been dismantled. What once clouded your vision has been cleared. Your spirit has risen above the weight that once tethered you, and now the miracle that has arrived is pushing you into a life that mirrors the potential heaven has always seen within you. Archangel Michael is showing a powerful image. A door that was once sealed tightly is now swinging open with ease. This door represents more than opportunity. It represents release. Release from old limitations. Release from spiritual heaviness. Release from mental burdens you carried silently. Release from emotional wounds that lingered longer than they should have. What is opening before you now is a path that has been prepared with divine intention, and you are being guided toward it step by step. Your miracle did not come to simply make your life easier. It came to shift your atmosphere. That shift is happening even now, in ways you may not yet fully understand. Circumstances will begin to rearrange themselves around your elevation. People will begin to sense that something within you has changed. Opportunities will begin to locate you, drawn not by chance, but by spiritual magnetism. Heaven is aligning you with the right timing, the right connections, the right environments, and this alignment is not temporary, it is structural. Michael reveals that the miracle in your life is activating a higher level of spiritual awareness. Your discernment is deepening. Your intuition is sharpening. Your ability to sense divine direction is becoming clearer. This is because heaven does not accelerate someone without first equipping them. You are being prepared to recognize what belongs to your destiny and what belongs to your past. You are entering a season where clarity will replace confusion, confidence will replace hesitation, and courage will replace fear. There is a spiritual truth that heaven wants you to understand now. Acceleration is not comfortable. It stretches you. It awakens parts of you that have been dormant. It exposes areas of your life that need refining. It calls you into growth that you may not have chosen voluntarily. But Archangel Michael assures you that every moment of stretching is purposeful. Heaven is not pushing you forward to overwhelm you. Heaven is elevating you because you are ready. You may feel as though you are being pulled into new territory faster than expected. This is because the miracle that arrived was not sent to move at the pace of your past. It was sent to move at the pace of your destiny. Your future requires momentum. Your purpose requires movement. Your calling requires expansion. You are stepping into the flow of what heaven already knows you are capable of becoming. Michael is also revealing that the acceleration happening in your life may expose certain truths you were not meant to see earlier. He shows me veils being lifted from your relationships, from your environment, from your connections. You will begin to see people's intentions more clearly. Those who truly support your growth will become more evident, and those who quietly resisted your progress will be revealed through their silence or distance. Heaven is not exposing this to cause pain, but to protect your forward movement. Not everyone can walk with you into the territory you are entering. There is another vision forming, Michael standing behind you, his wings outstretched like a fortress of light. This symbolizes that your acceleration is guarded. You are not being pushed into unfamiliar territory without protection. Every step forward is divinely shielded. Every new opportunity is surrounded by angelic oversight. The miracle that has arrived is not fragile. It is fortified. This part of your journey is also awakening your voice. You are going to feel a rising courage to speak truth, to set boundaries, to express your needs, to step into roles you once felt unprepared for. This is not a personality shift. It is a spiritual empowerment. Heaven is strengthening your inner authority, because the territories you are entering require a confident and grounded version of you. And here is the revelation your spirit has been waiting to hear. Acceleration means that what you thought would take years may unfold in months. What you believe was far away may suddenly stand before you. What you prayed for quietly may manifest loudly. Heaven is compressing time on your behalf, not by bending rules, but by aligning circumstances flawlessly. You are stepping into a divine fast forward. Before this part comes to a close, hold on to this final message from Archangel Michael. The speed at which heaven moves you is proof of the strength heaven sees in you. If heaven did not trust your spirit, your maturity, your resilience, and your destiny, acceleration would not have been released. But it has been. And now, you are walking in a current that will carry you into blessings you once believed were unreachable. Type "I move in divine speed" in the comments if this resonates with your spirit. Blessing Code 414 is now released over your journey. Remain close, for the next revelation will reveal what heaven is preparing to anchor in your life as the momentum increases. Radiant soul, as you step into this next movement of revelation, feel the atmosphere around you shifting once more. It is subtle, but it carries a depth that touches the core of your being. This moment is not like the others. What Archangel Michael is bringing forth now is not only guidance, not only reassurance, it is anchoring. Heaven is establishing something permanent in your life, something that will stabilize the acceleration you have already begun to feel. You are not just being moved forward, you are being rooted in a new spiritual foundation. There is a sense of grounding entering your spirit now, as though the earth beneath you feels stronger, more certain, more aligned with heaven's intention. This grounding is necessary because your miracle is not meant to be temporary or fleeting. It is meant to endure. It is meant to remain. It is meant to carry you through the coming seasons with resilience and clarity. And so Michael is ensuring that while heaven lifts you, it also secures you. You are not rising without stability. You are rising with divine structure beneath your feet. Heaven wants you to understand that acceleration without anchoring leads to instability, but acceleration with anchoring leads to destiny. This is why the pace of your life has shifted so sharply. This is why old desires are fading, old habits are dissolving, and old patterns are losing their power over you. Your spirit is being rearranged to match the level of blessing entering your life. You are not being asked to go higher alone. Heaven is rising with you, supporting you, shaping you, securing you. Archangel Michael is revealing a powerful vision. Your life represented as a great tree. For a long time, this tree grew slowly, almost unnoticed, surviving seasons of drought, wind, and storm. There were moments when the branches bent under the pressure of what surrounded you. Yet, through all of it, the roots grew deeper. And now, because of that deep rooting, the tree is entering its season of rapid expansion. New branches are forming. New leaves are emerging. New fruit is developing. What was once hidden underground is now showing its strength above the surface. You are walking into visible elevation because you have endured invisible preparation. Your miracle has arrived not only to bless your present, but to stabilize your future. Heaven is ensuring that what comes next will not fall apart, will not collapse under pressure, and will not be shaken by old fears or lingering insecurities. The divine anchoring happening now is strengthening your identity, your confidence, your intuition, your emotional stability, and your spiritual sensitivity. These inner alignments will become the foundation upon which your next breakthroughs will stand. Michael is also revealing that a shift is taking place in how you see yourself. You are beginning to let go of the identity shaped by past wounds and stepping into the identity shaped by divine purpose. You are no longer seeing yourself through the lens of survival. You are seeing yourself through the lens of destiny. This internal shift is powerful because identity determines direction. When you believe you are chosen, your choices rise to meet that truth. When you believe you are guided, your path becomes clearer. When you believe you are supported by heaven, fear loses its authority. There is another revelation unfolding. The miracle in your life is drawing opportunities that match your new identity. You will begin to notice situations aligning more easily, people appearing at the right moment, resources flowing in ways that feel almost supernatural. This is not luck. This is alignment. When heaven anchors you, heaven also gathers what belongs to your destiny. You will not have to chase what is yours. It will find you. It will recognize you. It will attach itself to your journey because you are now operating at a frequency that matches heaven's intention. But anchoring also reveals what cannot remain. Do not be surprised if you feel certain desires fading, certain relationships loosening, or certain environments no longer resonating with your spirit. This is not loss. It is refinement. Heaven is removing what cannot support the weight of your next season. The miracle that has arrived requires space, clarity, and purity of intention, and anything that violates that purity will naturally dissolve. Trust this process. Release what releases itself. Hold on to only what heaven strengthens. Michael's final revelation for this moment is profound. Heaven is sealing your miracle. It will not be reversed. It will not be taken. It will not be lost. You are stepping into permanent transformation. The blessing is not here to visit. It is here to dwell. You are being anchored in abundance, anchored in clarity, anchored in purpose, anchored in divine timing. And because you are anchored, you will not be shaken by the winds of life that once overwhelmed you. Type "I am anchored in my miracle" in the comments if this resonates with your spirit. Blessing code 717 is now sealed over your path. Before you move into the next revelation, lift this message up so it reaches others who need divine anchoring. Like this video, share it with someone who is ready for breakthrough. Comment to keep this message flowing, and subscribe so you never miss what heaven is speaking over your life. Just as Archangel Michael is anchoring your miracle, this mission is anchoring thousands of souls who are searching for their divine direction. Every time you support through Super Thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are helping heaven plant seeds of breakthrough into lives that feel lost, weary, or forgotten. This is not an offering to a platform. This is a spiritual investment into the restoration of God's children. I speak this with divine clarity. I am inviting you into this holy work. When you sow into this mission, heaven releases oil over your life, multiplying your obedience with favor, protection, and supernatural increase. As you move in faith, may rivers of blessing rise in your home. Act now, for this moment carries an anointing that activates reward. Beloved vessel of light, as you step into this next realm of revelation, allow your spirit to soften for a moment. There is a calmness descending upon you, but it is not the calm that comes from rest. It is the calm that comes before divine expansion. Archangel Michael is preparing you for a truth that reaches deeper than anything spoken so far. This truth does not merely explain your miracle. It reveals why heaven chose you to carry it. And when you begin to understand this reason, the way you see yourself, your path, and your purpose will shift dramatically. There is a stirring happening in the unseen, a holy movement rising like a wave behind you. This wave represents everything heaven has been aligning, preparing, and orchestrating for your next chapter. The miracle you have received is not an isolated event. It is the first sign of a larger unfolding. Heaven is not simply blessing you. It is positioning you. And Michael wants you to understand that this positioning is intentional, strategic, and deeply connected to your destiny. For so long, you have moved through seasons that felt confusing or discouraging. You questioned your progress. You wondered why your path seemed slower than others. You wondered why doors opened briefly only to close again. You wondered why certain people were removed from your life without explanation. These were not failures, nor punishments, nor signs of spiritual abandonment. These were preparations. Heaven was shaping you into a vessel capable of holding the magnitude of what is now entering your life. Archangel Michael shows a vision of you carrying a lantern. In earlier seasons of your life, the flame within it flickered, dimmed, and sometimes nearly faded under the weight of discouragement. But you kept walking. Even in darkness, you kept moving. Even without clarity, you sought guidance. Even when your emotions struggled, your spirit persevered. And heaven saw that. Heaven honored that. Heaven preserved you because you refused to surrender your inner light. And now, that lantern in the vision is burning brighter, steady, strong, unshakable. Your miracle arrived because your flame survived every storm. Michael is revealing another truth. Heaven has been stretching your capacity, not to overwhelm you, but to expand you. Your calling requires a wider heart. Your future requires deeper resilience. Your purpose requires a sharper spirit. The miracle you are stepping into is not just a blessing, it is a responsibility. It carries influence. It carries weight. It carries the power to impact others. And heaven needed to ensure that you would not shrink under the weight of greatness or run from opportunities meant to elevate you. You are stepping into a season where your voice will matter more than you ever imagined. The words you speak, the decisions you make, the energy you carry, these things will shape new corridors of possibility. Heaven is preparing you to operate with divine authority, not timid hope. This is why your inner world has been transforming so quickly. Your confidence is awakening. Your intuition is strengthening. Your boundaries are becoming clearer. These shifts are not emotional fluctuations. They are spiritual upgrades. Archangel Michael also reveals that the miracle in your life is activating hidden gifts. Gifts you have not used fully. Gifts you may have doubted. Gifts that were dormant because the season was not right. But now that heaven has opened a new chapter, these gifts are rising like seeds that finally feel the warmth of sunlight after years beneath the soil. You will begin to notice sudden bursts of creativity, sudden clarity in decisions, sudden spiritual insights, sudden emotional releases that heal old wounds. These are signs that the miracle is working not just around you, but within you. There is a deeper purpose unfolding now. Heaven is preparing you to step into alignment with people who carry similar destiny codes. You will meet individuals who feel familiar even upon first encounter. You will notice conversations that flow effortlessly, opportunities that appear without force, and connections that feel divinely orchestrated. These are not coincidences. They are spiritual appointments. Heaven is connecting you with those who will support your elevation, align with your purpose, and walk with you into the next dimension of your journey. But just as new connections form, some old connections may fade. Michael wants you to understand that not every person who walked with you through pain is meant to walk with you through purpose. Some individuals were attached to your wounds, not your destiny. And as you heal, their role naturally concludes. This is not rejection. It is spiritual realignment. Honor what was. Bless what is leaving, and open your heart to what is arriving. There is another vision emerging now, a path stretching before you, illuminated by a golden light. Each step you take causes the path to light up a little further, revealing just enough for you to move forward without fear. This symbolizes the way heaven is guiding you, not with full visibility, but with perfect timing. You are not being asked to understand everything right now. You are being asked to trust the next step. Your miracle is not revealed all at once because you are meant to grow into it layer by layer, strength by strength, revelation by revelation. And here is a truth your spirit has been waiting to hear. You are not in transition. You are in transformation. Transition is movement. Transformation is rebirth. Heaven is not adjusting your path. It is elevating your identity. What awaits you in the coming days, weeks, and months will reflect this rebirth with unmistakable clarity. Before this part closes, receive this final message from Archangel Michael. You were chosen not because you were ready, but because heaven is making you ready. The miracle has arrived, but its full unfolding is just beginning. And heaven is walking with you, every step of the way. Type "I am transforming into my destiny" in the comments if this resonates deeply. Blessing code 505 is now released over your spirit. Prepare yourself, for the next revelation will unlock the purpose behind the transformation happening within you. Beloved soul walking and awakening, as we step into this next movement of divine revelation, feel how your spirit is expanding even further. There is a widening happening inside you, as though heaven is making room for something vast, something luminous, something that cannot be contained within the limits of who you once were. This expansion is not emotional, it is spiritual. Archangel Michael is preparing to reveal the purpose behind the transformation you have been experiencing, and this purpose is far greater than anything you have imagined until now. You have felt the stretching. You have felt the shedding. You have felt the quiet, internal shifts that signal something profound was taking shape beneath the surface of your daily life. And now, heaven is ready to explain why these changes have come so intensely, so quickly, so unmistakably. The miracle you received was not merely an answer to prayer. It was an activation. It initiated a divine chain reaction in your spirit, unlocking dormant parts of your identity that were waiting for permission to rise. Archangel Michael shows a vision of a cocoon breaking open. Within it is a magnificent being, radiant, steady and powerful, not fragile, not incomplete, but fully formed at the exact moment of emergence. This being represents you. The transformation you are undergoing is not gradual. It is decisive. You have crossed a spiritual threshold, and there is no returning to who you were before the shift began. Heaven did not send your miracle to comfort your old identity. It sent your miracle to awaken your true one. Everything you have endured, everything you have overcome, everything you have navigated with trembling faith has prepared you for this moment. The moment when your spirit finally catches up to the potential heaven placed inside you long ago. Your transformation is the unveiling of purpose. It is heaven saying, now is the time. Your life is beginning to align with a higher calling. This calling has hovered above you for years, waiting for your spirit to reach the maturity needed to hold it. And now, as your miracle unfolds, this calling is descending. You may feel a new sense of responsibility awakening within you. You may notice an inner pull toward pursuits, relationships, or environments that elevate you. You may also notice a growing discomfort with anything that dims your light or restricts your spirit. These feelings are not random. They are the compass of your destiny turning in the right direction. Michael reveals something powerful now. Your transformation is not just for you. It is for the lives you are meant to influence. Heaven does not transform a soul in isolation. When heaven rebuilds someone from the inside out, that rebuilding becomes a signal, a beacon, that others are drawn toward. This next season of your life will place you in positions where your presence alone will shift atmospheres, open doors for others, and ignite healing in spaces that have carried silence for too long. Heaven has been preparing you to carry this kind of spiritual impact. This is why your transformation has been so deep, so undeniable. You are being shaped into someone who can stand firmly in your identity without shrinking, without apologizing, without doubting your authority. Your miracle is not merely evidence of heaven's goodness. It is evidence of heaven's trust. And heaven does not trust lightly. Archangel Michael also reveals that this transformation is breaking generational patterns. You are stepping into a lineage shift where cycles that repeated through your family line end with you. The doubts, fears, limitations, and emotional burdens that traveled through generations are losing their power. You are not just healing yourself, you are cleansing your bloodline. You are standing at the intersection where the past meets the future, and heaven is choosing you as the vessel through which legacy is rewritten. This is why the transformation has felt intense. When heaven uses you to break generational weight, the process shakes everything loose. Old emotions rise to the surface. Old memories return for release. Old patterns attempt to reattach. But you have not given in. You have not returned to what once bound you. And because you resisted the pull of the familiar, heaven has opened the path to the extraordinary. Now Michael reveals the next layer. Your transformation is preparing you for manifestation. There are blessings, opportunities, and revelations that could not have entered your life until your spirit reached this level of alignment. Heaven protects certain blessings by making sure the vessel is strong enough to hold them. And now, you are strong enough. Heaven is not just transforming your inner world, it is preparing to transform your outer world to match it. There is a spiritual image unfolding, a crown being lowered onto your head. Not a crown of royalty as the world defines it, but a crown of spiritual authority. This crown symbolizes the identity heaven is placing upon you: leader, healer, guide, creator, visionary. You are stepping into a role that requires courage, clarity, and the ability to listen deeply to divine direction. And heaven is assuring you that you are ready. Archangel Michael leaves you with this message. You have outgrown your former life. Do not shrink to fit where you no longer belong. Your transformation is a doorway. Step through it without fear, without hesitation, without questioning your worthiness. Heaven would not bring you this far only to leave you at the threshold. Type "I embrace my transformation" in the comments if this resonates with your spirit. Blessing code 313 is now released over your journey. Stay with me, for the next revelation will reveal the divine assignments awaiting you as this transformation continues to unfold. Beloved living vessel of purpose, as we enter this next depth of revelation, take a slow breath and allow your spirit to widen. There is a powerful shift taking place inside you, and heaven is preparing to unveil the assignments that your transformation has unlocked. You are not simply changing, you are being commissioned. The miracle you received was the doorway, the transformation was the preparation, and now the revelation of purpose becomes the path you will walk. Archangel Michael is standing beside you in this moment, not merely as a guardian, but as a witness to the awakening of your true spiritual authority. You have reached a juncture where heaven is ready to reveal why the battles were so fierce, why the delays were so long, and why the pruning felt so painful. What you endured was not meant to break you. It was meant to shape you into someone capable of carrying divine assignments with strength, humility, and clarity. These assignments are not tasks. They are extensions of your destiny. They are pieces of heaven's design for your life, and now that your spirit has expanded, they can finally be entrusted to you. Archangel Michael shows me a powerful vision, multiple paths stretching out before you, each one glowing with a different hue. These paths represent assignments in different areas of your life, some connected to your personal growth, some to your relationships, some to your calling, and some to the impact you are meant to make in the world. Each path holds a piece of your purpose, and heaven is guiding you to recognize them, not as overwhelming responsibilities, but as holy invitations. One of your assignments is healing. Not only healing for yourself, but healing that flows through you toward others. You have carried wounds, and you have survived them. You have endured emotional storms that would have drowned someone without your strength. And because of that, heaven will use your presence, your voice, your compassion, your insight, to bring comfort and clarity to those who walk through similar valleys. You are becoming a lighthouse, shining steadily even when you are not aware of how much light you give. Another assignment tied to your transformation is elevation. There are places you are meant to rise into, positions, opportunities, environments that once felt beyond your reach. They are no longer beyond you. Heaven has been preparing you to step into rooms where your voice will carry weight, where your ideas will bring breakthrough, where your presence will shift the atmosphere. These rooms are assignments, not accidents. You will walk into them with a divine confidence you did not possess before, because you are no longer walking in the identity of your past. There is also an assignment connected to your discernment. Your intuition has sharpened not for survival, but for navigation. Heaven will guide you to people who need your insight, your clarity, your ability to see beyond the surface. You will become the answer someone has been praying for. You will speak words that unlock direction for others. You will sense truth in situations where confusion once dominated. This discernment is not random. It is a spiritual instrument heaven is entrusting to you as part of your assignment. Michael reveals another powerful truth. The assignments ahead of you will require courage, but not the kind of courage that pushes through fear. You will operate from a courage that flows naturally from awareness. Awareness of who you are, awareness of who walks with you, awareness of the divine protection over your life. Fear will not disappear, but it will lose its ability to control your decisions. You are walking into a season where faith becomes instinct, not effort. There is a sacred assignment tied to your voice as well. Heaven will amplify what you speak, and the words that leave your mouth will carry spiritual resonance. You will notice people listening more deeply, responding more quickly, aligning themselves more willingly to the truth you carry. This is because heaven has placed an anointing upon your words. Where you once struggled to express your heart, you will now speak with clarity that surprises even you. Where you once doubted yourself, you will now feel guided from within. Another assignment awaits you in the realm of creation. Whether through ideas, projects, connections, or acts of service, heaven will begin to stir a creative force within you that has long been dormant. You will find yourself inspired, motivated, energized in ways that feel new and refreshing. This creative energy is part of your destiny. It is heaven's way of manifesting your internal transformation into your external world. Michael wants you to understand something deeply. These assignments will not pull you in many directions. They will align naturally, flowing into one another like rivers joining a larger stream. Heaven is not scattering your purpose. Heaven is expanding it. Each assignment you step into will support the next. Each breakthrough will build upon the last. You are entering a season of seamless alignment. But with assignments comes spiritual responsibility. Heaven is calling you to remain grounded, spiritually alert, and emotionally aware. You must guard your energy, protect your peace, and listen closely to divine direction. Discretion will be your shield. Discernment will be your guide. Discipline will be your anchor. And Archangel Michael will be your protector, ensuring that nothing disrupts the path you are being asked to walk. Before this part concludes, hear Michael's final message for this moment. You are not being assigned tasks. You are being entrusted with destiny. Heaven is not giving you more to carry. Heaven is revealing what you were always meant to carry. And as these assignments unfold, you will begin to understand why your journey required so much resilience, so much faith, and so much transformation. Type "I accept my divine assignments" in the comments if this speaks to your spirit. Blessing code 929 is now active over your path. Stay with me, for the next revelation will bring you into the final preparation before your miracle reaches full manifestation. Chosen souls standing at the threshold of fulfillment, as we enter the final movement of this divine message, pause for a moment and feel the weight of everything your spirit has walked through so far. You have traveled from revelation to revelation, from awakening to transformation, from alignment to assignment. Now you are stepping into the culmination of everything heaven has been building within you. This is the moment where your miracle, your identity, your purpose, and your destiny converge. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, not as a distant guardian, but as an active participant in the completion of the work heaven has begun inside you. There is a stillness surrounding this moment, a sacred quiet that only appears when heaven is sealing something permanent into a soul. You have reached the point where the miracle is not just near you, not just around you, but rooted within you. What once felt like a distant promise is now unfolding into lived reality. The spiritual groundwork has been laid. The emotional groundwork has been purified. The mental groundwork has been cleared. And now heaven is preparing to bring everything into manifested form. Archangel Michael reveals an image, you standing in the middle of a vast open field, illuminated by golden light. All around you, the ground begins to glow, as if heaven itself is breaking open beneath your feet. This vision symbolizes that the miracle has been fully activated and is now rising from within the very foundation of your life. You are not waiting for something to arrive from outside. Your breakthrough is emerging from the seeds heaven planted in your spirit long before you recognize their purpose. This final phase of manifestation is not about waiting, it is about allowing. It is about releasing any remaining resistance, any lingering doubt, any hesitation that tells you you are unworthy or unprepared. Heaven has already decided you are ready. Michael has stood guard through your battles, your questions, your valleys, your growth. Everything that needed to be broken has broken. Everything that needed to be healed has begun healing. Everything that needed to be removed has been lifted. And everything that needed to awaken has now risen. What you are stepping into is the fullness of your miracle, the fulfillment of divine timing. This fulfillment has multiple layers. For some, it will be restoration in areas long depleted. For others, it will be opportunities that open with supernatural ease. For some, it will be emotional clarity, peace, and strength you have not tasted in years. And for others, it will be doors that lead to destiny-defining moments. But no matter how your miracle manifests, it carries the same spiritual truth. Heaven has moved on your behalf. Michael wants you to embrace a new mindset as you enter this season. You are not stepping into blessing timidly. You are stepping into it boldly, confidently, and with complete spiritual authority. This authority does not come from ego. It comes from alignment. You have walked the journey. You have endured the refinement. You have surrendered the old. Now you are receiving the new. This is not arrogance. It is acceptance of what heaven has already placed in your hands. Your miracle will not require you to struggle for it. It will meet you with flow, with ease, with divine orchestration. Things will begin aligning without force. People will show up at the exact moment you need them. Solutions will form with uncanny clarity. Opportunities will appear effortlessly. This is the nature of divinely timed manifestation. What is meant for you comes into your life without you having to chase it. But Michael offers an important revelation now. You must remain attentive. You must remain spiritually awake. You must listen to the gentle nudges in your heart, for heaven will guide you step by step into the fullness of the miracle. Some instructions will be subtle. Some will come through intuition. Some will come through signs. Some through sudden clarity. You are not being left to navigate this alone. Heaven will guide every detail until your miracle is complete. This season also marks the beginning of a new identity. A version of yourself that stands confidently in purpose and refuses to shrink into old patterns. You will no longer beg for clarity. You will walk in discernment. You will no longer cling to fear. You will anchor in faith. You will no longer question your worth. You will recognize your divine value. This identity is part of the miracle itself, because heaven did not simply change your circumstances. Heaven transformed you. There is another sacred truth being shown. The miracle you carry will spill into the lives of others. Your presence will begin to shift environments. Your words will carry healing. Your spirit will carry peace. Your testimony will break chains for others. The miracle is not stopping with you. It is beginning with you. Heaven chose you not just to receive blessing, but to release blessing. Before this final part closes, Archangel Michael extends one last message. Walk forward. Do not look back. Your miracle is not behind you. It is ahead, waiting for your steps to meet it. These words are not poetic. They are prophetic. You are stepping into the completion of what heaven has designed. The unfolding begins now. Type "I walk into my miracle" in the comments if this speaks to your spirit. Blessing code 1000 is now released over your life. Lift this message up by liking it, commenting so it continues to reach others, sharing it with those who need divine assurance, and subscribing so you never miss what heaven is speaking into your journey. Heaven is moving, and as Archangel Michael brings your miracle to completion, this mission is reaching thousands of souls who are seeking the same light you have just received. When you support through super thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description. You are not giving to a channel. You are sowing into the lives heaven is guiding here. This is the moment where God says, "What you release from your hand, I will multiply in your future." Hear me clearly as I speak from the Spirit. I am inviting you into this divine movement. Your seed becomes breakthrough for someone else, and heaven rewards those who help carry its message forward. As you step into your miracle, may rivers of favor, protection, and abundance rise in your life. Move boldly, for heaven is attached to your generosity.